Welcome to my action-adventure game, Urban Escapade. This is the opening sequence for it. It's a very short opening sequence, which will be at the beginning of the game when you log in. It's actually a tracking shot of London with that sort of flashing effect for the sporadic fun or escapade that comes in an urban environment such as London. And right. Where does the name come from? The name of the game is Urban Escapade. This is the title because it both relates to the gameplay in the sense that it's literally an urban escapade, which is defined by the meanings of both words in the title. Urban. In, relating to, or characteristic of a town or city. Escapade. An act or incident involving excitement, daring, or adventure. These both trace back to the types of things that take place inside the game and the way that the daring, adventurous side of things comes through within the game. The game title is also a clever way of accurately depicting the details of the game, whilst at the same time intriguing the audience as to what sort of game they'll be playing, which will make them interested in buying it. Who is the game aimed at? This game is aimed at 10 to 35-year-old casual gamers, which requires no specific dedication to the game, as it is something that audiences are able to play whenever they wish and can set it down if they get bored or just want to stop for whatever reason. How do you play the game? The game is operated as an endless runner where the characters run along roofs of high-rise buildings with the view of London as a backdrop. There are various gaps from building to building that the character has to jump between. You swipe upwards with your finger to jump between the buildings and tap on coins when they come up on the screen in order to collect them and add them to your coin bank. This leads on to the reward system. When you have a certain amount of coins, you can spend them on a plane ticket to another in-game location in another iconic city like New York or Sydney or Dubai to refresh the aesthetics of the game and give the player something new to look at whilst enjoying their gameplay. It's like a pricing system. A ticket to each city will cost 300 coins, and the coins available are valued at 5, 10 and 25 coins each, and you'll know the difference between them because they'll be bronze, silver and gold. In order to benefit profits for the game while simultaneously fulfilling the desires of more needy or dedicated customers, there will also be the opportunity to purchase coins with real money. This is the pricing system. 100 coins would be 10p, 200 coins would be 20p, and 300 coins would be 30p, but that is not set in stone. I'm still considering like raising it or lowering it. There will also be the deal of getting 500 coins for 45p and 1,000 coins for 70p. Despite not being too far off the original value, were you to buy coins at the usual price, it gives the audience the feeling of getting more for less, which intrigues more of the audience to buy into this, thus minimizing the profit loss on our side. In addition to paying for plane tickets, you're also able to buy new outfits for your character, for customization purposes and general aesthetic pleasing. In order for players to not be able to rush through the game, we'll be releasing new locations monthly in the form of a DLC update on the App Store itself. As mentioned in the audience section, if the player wants to set the game down and stop, the pause feature has been altered slightly to say hide instead of pause, so in-game, the character will duck under something to get away from the police that is chasing them throughout the game. I'll get to the storyline momentarily. And the gameplay will be saved for the next time they return to the game. So what the storyline outline is, it's two like young criminals, which I'll tell you about in a minute. They're on the run from the police, but seeing as they're so agile, they choose to free run and jump over buildings and so on to get away from the police. What makes this game different from the rest? This game is unique from others in the sense that it's the only one where players are rewarded with other locations to play in, and the only one to have such rigorous activity in an urban backdrop in various familiar cities around the world. What marketing strategies or advertisements will be available? There will be stickers and posters placed around London outside buildings in over a series of time in 3 waves. So the game's actual release date is going to be the 6th of June 2015, and the reason for this date is because this date is widely known in the free running world as International Parkour Day. So we're thinking of doing 1 wave per month, 3 months before the release. So The first wave will take place in March, and it will have this poster here. It's going to be very like ambiguous. Doesn't really tell you much about it. So that will get the audience wondering for the first month. The second month we get a bit more information. The date has actual slashes in it instead of looking like a random number, so it makes more sense to the audience. And when we get to May, which is 1 month before release, we're going to actually have posters for the game with 2 characters on them. And by June, the audience will be pretty ready to understand what's happening in the game, and they'll be ready for the purchase date. A similar game in the free-running genre, Mirror's Edge, carried out a marketing campaign whereby buyers who pre-ordered the game would receive a code that unlocked a time trial portion of the demo of the game, as well as a Mirror's Edge Steam t-shirt. I have taken this into consideration, and I will also be going down the merchandise route. I'll put for sale t-shirts with the characters' faces printed on them, and the ones with the London skyline printed on them in low transparency with the Urban Escapade hashtag printed in a small font at the bottom of them, so that people are still able to familiarise with the industry. Where will it be released? The game will be put on both the Apple Store, then extended to the Play Store. This is because games are more popular when put on the Apple Store because they're more easily accessible to customers, meaning wider audiences can try it and potentially enjoy it, which will hopefully evoke requests to have it put on the Google Play Store, which will gain more revenue and more customers as the platform expands. Who are the characters I've been showing you and not telling you about? The 2 main characters are Harriet Hudson and Fletcher Francis, who both feature in the game, even though you are only allowed to play as 1 character. It's Harriet. Fletcher. Oh, sorry. Whichever one the audience picks will have the main storyline based around them, whilst the other character will have minor interaction roles, suppose if they split up or talk on the phone, just so that both characters are able to be accessed and the full extent of the story is given. Should the player be offered an opportunity to have the switch over to another location, like the plane ticket, the other character will join them in a series of cutscenes, which will be brief images in chronological order, which will include things like them meeting up, traveling to an airport, being on a plane, getting off, and receiving a brief from like their crime boss in the other country, where the gameplay will initiate as normal. And the characters, to begin with, will wear basic outfits. So Harriet will wear a coloured jumper, Fletcher will wear a t-shirt, and both of them wear black trousers, so that it's like basic and everything. The colour of the jumper or t-shirt is customizable by the character and changeable at any given time by the player once they have enough coins. So the outfits will cost coins as well once you surpass a certain point and have enough money for that. And finally, this is one of the proposed aesthetics for the game. So, sorry. Yeah, this is the like the skyscraper thing that they run across, and there'd be another building there for them to leap across and jump onto, but I haven't actually put the characters on there. This is just the background image, and obviously you've got the London skyline in the background, and the score, which will probably end up being coins instead, and the hide button to stop the game and hide. Yeah, thank you for listening to this.
This game reminds me of games like Subway Surfer and Temple Run. Why should I play your game?
You're from London, aren't you? You like a game that's around your zone. Make you feel like it's you playing it, not the character. Something new to look at. Calvin.
Why was the decision made to not give the characters more criminal names?
What would you call a criminal name?
Well,
Like Burglar Bob?
I'm more thinking because you were saying they have like crime bosses and stuff. You didn't give them more kind of gangsterous names. Or,
But it's not really crime boss per se. It's more of like a close friend that does really bad things. not like your typical mafia gangster.
Okay.
So that's something. Yeah. Anything else?
Why are they running away from the police?
I believe they've stolen something.
Okay.
I think in the original draft that I wrote, it was like a petty theft, but the police seem to be on their tail. Is that?
You said you can go to different locations. Do you, so you add locations as you go on?
Yeah. So the monthly updates will have a new location added in.
How much would you charge for the game?
Oh, I didn't mention it. The game is actually free, but the updates would cost 69p per update.
Can the police free run?
No, but they have helicopters. I know.
Where are you going to be putting these advertisements? What sort of areas?
I'm thinking to place them in literally random locations around London, like sort of like a. I don't want to say this without sounding cliche, but the urban art. Like, think back to Where Is the Love by the Black Eyed Peas. You know where they had that sticker with the big question mark on it. It's like, yeah. But these ones would be more formal and placed on like billboards or on buses and things like that. Is that? Kat, do you have a question? What's your?
So you know how you said it's up to you, you can choose what location you want to go?
Yeah.
So does that change the narrative of the story depending on where you choose?
No, not really, because the same principle applies. You're still on the run, so I'm assuming that because you've got your boss type thing in the other country, they're going to set you up a brief to steal something again, and the police is going to be on you again.
That's the last question.
Okay.
Well done.